Now from the great state of Illinois, EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to the second city of Chicago. About set to begin another week of football, and happy to have you along. We are underway on Thursday night primetime. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And they're led out by their mobile quarterback out of West Virginia. It's Geno Smith.
And you and I both know that any win is a good win, and that's what they did last week. But there was also plenty for him to work on in his game, wasn't there?
Yeah.
2 touchdowns, an interception. Yeah, you know, he wants to increase that a little bit in terms of ratio. But first and foremost, they did win the game.
It's a loss of 4 on that first play, and it's second down. Well, this defense very strong in that victory from a week ago.
And as in any game, takeaways are always a big key. They're always discussed on defense. There's an emphasis there, and they came away with 3 interceptions in that game.
It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a third down.
As long as you go through your proper reads and progressions, the drag route can be one of those old reliable plays because usually it's good for a good chunk of yardage, as we just saw there.
And those guys like it, right? They can get the ball with a full head of steam.
Especially against man coverage, because man coverage, you're typically running away from someone and not worried about traffic coming out on the other end.
On fourth down, on is Logan Cook to punt. Back deep is Tyreek Hill. Fielded just inside the 20. So a change of possession here on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. They're led by the #1 overall pick of the 2021 draft, Trevor Lawrence.
His game last week reminded me of the old song, Accentuate the Positive, because that's about all he did, right?
Yeah.
3 touchdown passes, over 300 yards in the air, receivers happy.
And they got the win.
Got the win. If you're a running back that likes to catch passes, they're happy as well. Big-time game.
And the pressure gets to Lawrence, and he'll go down. He couldn't get rid of it. He takes a sack for a loss of 6 to bring up second down.
It may be cliche, but it is something that holds up over time, doesn't it? If you're the visitors, you don't want to let the crowd in the game early.
Yeah, and that's exactly what they did there. But you said also this defense, they're going to give them a lot of looks like we just saw there, aren't they?
They certainly are. They're a proud unit, and they're going to ride the momentum of this crowd with them, and that's why they get after them early.
Calling a gain of 6 on the play, and 3rd and 8 now. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best for you. You know what else you're looking for? Who are the freshest guys coming off the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
That's good for 9 yards as they convert on the 3rd down play. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They'll run for the first time with Saquon Barkley. And he'll get this one up to about the 39 here. It's a gain of 7 on the ground. Second down coming up. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
A couple of first downs has the football positioned at the 43 as they come up 1st and 10. Now Lawrence. Looking for the crossing receiver. He's got him. It's Samuel. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. That's good for a first down, his second catch of the opening drive.
Well, from their point of view, this game could not be starting out much better, could it? Force a punt on defense, and now they're moving it crisply on offense.
Crisply, I like that.
Like that?
Yeah, moving it very, very well. Looks like the defense on their heels a little bit. You put a score in here, long way to go, but you're right, that's a heck of a start.
Yeah, and I think this is where the play caller is looking at his play sheet and saying, grab that dagger play, grab that play and just finish them off right now, because I think they'd love to gain that big advantage early.
Now a 2nd and 10. They go back to the ground now with Barkley. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
Lawrence will throw. There's a short one taken in by Otten. And he'll go down to the ground at the 39, and obviously that's well short of the first.
Matt Prater on for the field goal. A 56-yard attempt.
And this is off the left upright. And it comes back. It's no good. And this will remain a scoreless game. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Now, early on, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice, but at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
When you look at this defense, there are 32 teams in the NFL, and they're just better than 50% of them at defending the pass, number 16 in the league.
And from analyzing them and talking with their defensive coordinator, we know they have a full playbook. So look for them to mix up coverages, pressure one play, fall back the next. They'll do a lot of different things trying to confuse the offense.
That's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 4.
Douglas, the man in motion. We're scoreless after 1. Second quarter now, and it's our home team with possession. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Now Smith. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line.
A gain of 10 yards. And a first down.
Diggs going in motion right. They'll fake the handoff. Now Smith. It'll be a gain of 5. And it's second down.
A 5-yard gain. Brings up second down. At the 19.
Douglas, the man in motion. They'll send a receiver in motion to the right. Back to the ground attack here. It's McCaffrey. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 15-yard line.
Throwing now is Gino. They'll set up the screen to McCaffrey. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. They'll get 4 there out of the screen, and it's second down.
Second down at the 10-yard line.
Smith. And that's going to be incomplete. Isaiah Likely the target that time. And it's 3rd and 5.
Brings up 3rd and 5.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. From the gun on 3rd down, Smith. Got his man, and it's caught for a Chicago touchdown. Stephon his 5th touchdown now on the year, as his guys are on the board first here tonight. Extra point by Ryland, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Chicago works their way back onto the field here for their second drive of the game. Charles, these early season in-division games are always interesting because you're still kind of figuring yourself out, but you want to know as much as you can about the opponent, especially when it's a division matchup. So I'm curious to see how the rest of this one plays out.
Yeah, that's a good point because they're still trying to work things out. They don't know everything about their own team, let alone trying to figure out their opponent. But you got to do both on the fly, don't you? While the game's being played, figure it out both ways and try and find a way to win.
Now Lawrence to throw. Under pressure, and down he goes. There'll be a loss of 7 on the sack, and it brings up second. Everybody was coming on the blitz that time, and they got home.
And you know the expression, hat on a hat, in terms of blocking, trying to keep your quarterback protected? Well, if you don't have enough hats, that's the end result. Your quarterback goes down, and sometimes he goes down hard.
And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And it'll be a 3rd and about 13. Not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Oh, he's going to look downfield for Barkley. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. Here's Tommy Townsend on to punt. Back to return it, Christian McCaffrey. It's a return of 4 following a 42-yard punt. And they will take over 1st and 10. Here's the Chicago offense coming back out onto the field. Things progressing to plan so far. Their defense has been solid, and they've got themselves a 7-0 lead after the touchdown the last time they had the ball.
And this is no time to even think about, hey, are we going to milk the clock? Hey, are we just going to do ball control? This is the NFL. 7-0 leads, they don't last very long unless you continue to push the envelope on offense.
Intended for Isaiah Likely. Incomplete. It's 2nd down and 10.
Smith, an incomplete pass on 1st down. Now it's 2nd and 10. Now Geno. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Brings up a 3rd down.
Now, right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the 1st down and move the chains. Geno down to throw. That is caught. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. 27 yards there on a very nice 3rd down conversion.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Diggs in motion left. Off of play action. Here's Smith. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Javon Hargrave, the D tackle, getting the sack.
Tremendous read and reaction by the defensive tackle. And frankly, partner, it's not that often the DTs have that type of easy access back to the quarterback. Never bought the play action fake.
Gotta imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Over the middle, he's got Shenault. Takes this to the 32, maybe the 31, and then the defense rallying quickly after that broken tackle. 1:54 left on the clock here in quarter number 2. Here's Smith. Finds his man over the middle. It's Likely. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. Isaiah Likely, his first touchdown of the new season. And his guys find a way to stretch that lead. Now Ryland for the PAT. And it's good to make it 14-0. So the drive there took 6 plays. And finishing that drive off was the touchdown grab by Isaiah Likely. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. Another drive coming up for this Chicago offense. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Looking to throw, Lawrence. That's going to be caught by Samuel. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Give him 10 yards on that one, and that earns him a fresh set of downs. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Able to hook up with Williams here on the out route. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. Here's a 2nd and 5. Now Lawrence. This one goes out wide for Barkley. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches.
That's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nut.
And the pressure gets to Lawrence, and he'll go down. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. The offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3. And they'll try and throw for it with Lawrence. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Well, we kind of looked at each other as they decided to go for it, but in the end, great execution, a 6-yard gain, and it all works out. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Lawrence. Finding Williams once more, complete. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. This duo locked in, 14 yards there, and a first down. And they'll burn the timeout with 5 seconds left. A chance to try to add 3 points before heading to the locker room. Now with 5 seconds left, not really enough time to run another play and then stop it. So on comes the field goal unit. Prater's kick is good. And they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3. So that kick gives them their first points of the game, CD. And it comes on the 3rd drive, but hopefully for them that's a spark that gets that offense going.
Yeah, and I would say if you're the offensive play caller, as you look at your sheet, you're trying to find that part on there that unlocks bigger points. They've struggled with a few drives so far.
But no break needed. Let's get back to it. Week 3, here we go with quarter 3. And we welcome you back live now in inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter.
And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. And this offense ready to go to begin this third quarter. And right out of the gate, they face what you'd think could be a pretty important drive.
I would say so. You know, they're down 2 scores. That's not the end of the world. It wasn't the strongest of first halves, but for them to start clawing back, they've got to start putting a little pressure on that defense, start cutting into this deficit. You can't have